Good Sunday morning. Chaz Broganzo here. Another episode of What's Next. Apologies for not putting out a Saturday video. Fortunately, running some errands, mainly for the house, but we're back to. One is of a immoral and disgusting manner, and the other is a CEO who has zero confidence in his product. Let's take a look. This comes out of Gateway Pundit. Sick. Lorne Micheals, Jimmy Fallon, mentioned in a child sex assault lawsuit against former SNL star Horatio Sanz. You can see the two of them there. A new lawsuit filed on Thursday with the state of New York alleges horrifying and predatory actions of a former cast member at NBC's SNL against an underage girl and the appearance and complicity among its associates. The unnamed plaintiff alleges that the comedian Horatio Sanz groomed her starting at the age of 15 and repeatedly sexually assaulted her and after she attended multiple SNL parties. The allegations include digital communications purported between Sanz and teenager obtained by law enforcement. Let's see, this was the story that was breaking. Lawsuit against SNL cast member reveals NBC SNL created an environment permitting repeated sexual harassment of a young girl. Cast members such as Jimmy Fallon and creator Lorne Micheals observed her being assaulted, said nothing as they drank. Wow. According to court documents, SNL superfan teen would regularly post on a fan page that was read by SNL cast members, which allowed Sanz to gain access. She was first contacted by Sanz, who was 31 at the time, in January 2000 via his work email, as he sat in NBC offices with Jimmy Fallon. By October of that year, he had alerted her, to meet him in person for the first time. On or about October 7th through 8th, 2000, the 15-year-old plaintiff and defendant Sanz met in person at NBC after airing taping of SNL, which Sanz was flirtatious and physically affectionate with the then 15-year-old teen plaintiff by kissing her cheek and putting his hand on her waist. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that, am I surprised? No. This still goes on in Hollywood. Yes, even in the aftermath of the Me Too, quote-unquote, movement. This nonsense, this garbage, this trash continues to permeate throughout Hollywood. And yet nobody says nothing. When you had Corey Feldman screaming to the hilltops for 25 years that this crap was going on when him and Corey Haim were starting their careers in Hollywood. The late Corey Haim, shall I say. And then, of course, Weinstein and all this other nonsensical garbage, Oprah knew, everybody knew. But not surprised. Now, everything is alleged until the lawsuit, until it hits the court, until actual factual evidence, facts and evidence present themselves. This is all alleged. But ever notice why you haven't seen Horatio Sanz since SNL? But of course, Jimmy Fallon and Lorne Micheals are keeping their lips zipped regarding this whole situation because, of course, it is going through litigation as we speak. So it's going to be very interesting when this thing, like I said, hits the courts. And either right now, this is just initial detail. But when all the ugliness comes out and Fallon and Lorne Micheals better pray that Horatio Sanz doesn't say, hey, you know what? Here's what happened. A, B, C. I can document this A, B, C because I was physically there. A, B, C. Then they're both up shit's creek. Oof. And it could spell the downfall of Saturday Night Live. Just saying. Let's move on to story number 2. This comes out of Bounding in the Comics. Disney CEO Bob Ceapek describes Shang-Chi theatrical release as, quote, interesting experiment after Black Widow and Jungle Cruise, yes, the Rock-led Jungle Cruise, bomb like a nuke at the box office. Disney CEO Bob Ceapek recently described the upcoming theatrical release of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings as a, quote, interesting experiment. Ceapek's comments came as he participated in a Q&A session following the Disney company's Quarter 3 earnings result webcast. As transcribed by Motley Fool, Ceapek was asked by analyst Michael Nathanson, "I want to understand how the company is thinking about near-term theatrical releases given a steep fall-off of the second week box office, rise of the quote-unquote Delta variant. Not really. International markets still unopened. Why not delay or pause the release schedule?" Ceapek responded, "Michael, as you probably recognize, we live in a very uncertain world in terms of recovery of some of our markets, and the theatrical exhibition world is certainly part of that. We've said from the very beginning that we value flexibility in being able to make last-minute calls as we can given what we see in the marketplace." He continued, "And certainly, we've planned our schedule that we are executing right now. We did not anticipate, nor did anybody, the resurgence of COVID with the Delta variant, yeah, not really, would have such a significant impact on the marketplace. At the same time, when you work in an ecosystem, having lots of partners, they need to be able to plan their businesses too." Ceapek then said, "At some point, we have to put a stake in the ground and say, for example, Shang-Chi, that is going to be a title that we're going to put in the marketplace, or Free Guy, that's going to be a title that we're going to put into that marketplace. Not knowing, again, 3 months earlier, when you make the commitment, what exactly the marketplace is going to look like. But what I do think, that says Michael, it says that we value the flexibility and we value to follow where the consumer is going to go," he reiterated. But once again, I refer back to my previous. When we planned Shang-Chi, that title was planned on being a much more healthy theatrical environment. At this point, unfortunately, due to distribution agreements that we have and due to just the practicalities of last-minute changes, it wouldn't be possible. My thoughts. Ceapek has zero confidence in Shang-Chi. I think a lot of people, when Shang-Chi was first mentioned as a rumored title in Phase 4, and then it came out and was confirmed, a lot of people were like, I know I was one. To me, I've kind of gotten burned out regarding Marvel. I think when you have sprinkles of wokeness that was in Black Panther, and even more so in Captain Woman, and also Black Widow, which turned out to be a bomb, a huge, massive egg that was laid week 2. I think was like 80% drop. That's huge. And no surprise, Free Guy is actually doing very well on Netflix. So, like I said, Ceapek has zero confidence right now. He's got zero confidence. When you say interesting experiment, like I said, the confidence level is very, very low. And that's not good for Disney. That's not good. The fact of the matter is that Disney company as a whole is wokeified. And for a lot of fans of Disney, especially fans of Marvel and fans of Star Wars, there's a lot of woke trash being tossed around all over the place. So do I expect Shang-Chi to be released at the theaters? Probably not. It's probably going to go straight to Netflix or straight to Disney Plus, shall I say. And that's probably going to be its best bet to get the most eyeballs on it. Because right now, does anybody really give a damn about superhero movies anymore? Outside of Black Adam with The Rock, which I think probably will be the most anticipated title. I think it's set for 22, but that's probably going to be the most anticipated title. And not looking good for you, Disneywoke. Not good at all. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. If you want to see more just like this, please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.